Y'all, this story is insane and intense. So, police say a father-daughter were arrested after DNA tests confirmed the father fathered his own daughter's child. So, in May 2024, 18-year-old Mackenzie Hicks told Irwin police that her father, Julius Grant Jackson, had been abusing her since she was 13 years old. She later said that she didn't want to move forward knowing he would face criminal charges, and so nothing was done. 4 months later, Hicks, which is Mackenzie's mother, contacted the investigators saying that her daughter Mackenzie was pregnant with Jackson's child. She also told the police she believed some encounters were consensual and claimed evidence existed on Jackson's tablet that they were actually doing this with Mackenzie's permission. In September 2025, a family friend alerted the police that Mackenzie's dad fathered her 6-month-old son, and so the detectives were able to obtain DNA samples, and the results confirmed it, guys. Both of them were arrested on December 18th after allegedly leading police on a car chase. Officers say multiple firearms were found in their vehicle, and Mackenzie is being charged with felony incest and crime against nature. Her father, Jackson, faces the same charges, plus fleeing police hit and run and resisting an officer and multiple traffic offenses. And their bond was set at $1 million for Hicks and 1.5 for Jackson. A probable cause hearing is scheduled for January 6th, and the case is ongoing. I'll be following it, so just follow along so I can get you guys an update. But yeah, this is absolutely insane. I don't think she should have been arrested because I firmly believe she was groomed since he's been molesting her since she was 13, but what do I know? But yeah, go ahead and give me a follow, guys. I'll be following this case. So, guys, I'm currently looking at this case that happened in Dallas, Texas, and two 12-year-old girls are recovering in the hospital after being struck by a truck while walking to their bus stop to get to school. Their families say they are still searching for answers right now, and the crash happened around 7:40 a.m. on December 12th in the 4100 block of Horizon North Parkway, according to the police. And so the girls are identified as Zaya Sawyer and her friend Eliza. And so they were crossing the street on their way to school when they were hit by a vehicle. Both were transported to the Children's Medical Center in Dallas, where they remain hospitalized. Police say the driver stayed at the scene, and so he didn't run off or anything, and no charges has been filed right now as the investigation remains ongoing. Zaya, she suffered multiple serious injuries, including a broken arm, including broken bones in her arm and leg. She also had a concussion and a severe spleen injury that required blood transfusion and treatment in the ICU. Her mother says that she does not remember the crash or even leaving for school that morning, which is absolutely terrifying, but also good because she doesn't remember what happened. Eliza also sustained significant injuries and underwent surgery for a fracture to her hip and shoulder, along with a spleen injury. She reportedly remembers the moment leading up to the collision, so she doesn't remember what happened during or a little bit after. And so beyond the physical injuries, the incident has taken an emotional toll on both families, and Zaya's older brother witnessed the aftermath, adding to the trauma the family is now facing. As the girls continue their recovery, their families say the lack of information has been especially difficult. They're seeking clarity about what led to the crash and whether it could have been prevented. And so with the holidays, season underway, both families are spending their time at the hospital while managing medical expenses and time away from work. Fundraising efforts has begun to help cover medical costs and support the girls during their recovery. And so the investigation into the crash remains ongoing. I remember when I had my baby, it cost me over $500,000 because he was in a NICU. And so that was his medical bill and my medical bill. So thank God for insurance and my baby being on Medicaid for being in the hospital for so long. So I can only imagine what this family is going through at the moment. So if there is a GoFundMe out there, I would like for you guys to go ahead and donate so that they can help. But I'm glad the girls don't remember the crash, because thankfully that's one less trauma for them to remember for life right there. So, a 36-year-old woman from Flint is accused of driving her 16-year-old boyfriend to a shooting involving her own daughter's boyfriend, guys. She's 36 years old and he is 16 years old. So, police say the incident happened on October 27 when Kayla Partlow drove from Oxford, Michigan to Saginaw, Michigan after becoming upset about how the boy was treating her daughter. So investigators said that she told the teen to get out of the vehicle near Irving Park Boulevard and Irving Park Palace to place business cards on a fence for her cleaning company while she was doing this. As the teen turned around, police says Partlow's 16-year-old boyfriend leaned out of the car holding a gun and fired towards his head. The victim dropped to the ground, narrowly avoiding being hit. Police said that Kayla and her boyfriend immediately fled the scene, leaving the teen stranded. And so his brand new iPhone was inside the vehicle, forcing him to get help from a nearby resident to call 911. Using phone tracking data and camera footage, investigators traced the vehicle back to Kayla's home in Flint, and officers later recovered the victim's smashed phone near a curb. Detectives said that Kayla initially took responsibility, but later changed her story to protect her boyfriend, who's 16 years old, and a handgun believed to be used in the shooting was recovered from her home, and this remains under investigation, guys. He's 16 years old. She is 36 years old. This 16 years old is legal, yes, but what if this was the other way around? This is just absolutely crazy.